Welcome everybody, and I hope everybody is doing great today. So on this day we were heading out to the docks where there was some graffiti areas, as you can see here now popping up, and some tuk-tuks. We were meeting with the model who is a local Thai herself, and this is in Bangkok, Thailand. The gear I was shooting with was a Sony A7IV, and I had my friend Taz Photos on Instagram holding the flash and also doing a bit of behind the scenes with a GoPro. The lenses that I used was a 50mm 1.8 and 85mm 1.8, and that was about it really. So we first met the model and I had an outfit for her, so it was white jeans but she didn't have like a white top, so I went out and bought two different types of white tops for her. She put them on. Luckily enough we had a changing area close by, and then we just started. Now at the start for shoots for me, I don't know about everybody else, but for me the first few shots always end up being terrible. So it's always hard to kind of keep the momentum going when you're working with someone and you end up showing them the first few shots and they're crap. I like to show the model some of the shots as we progress. This, number one, gives her inspiration. Number two, it gives me a little mental break. And number three, it gives me an option to look around and find different poses, positions, compositions, stuff like that. I know it's very cliche, but as you can see I'm on the ground here. You'll see me in many different angles. I think depending on what you're shooting, you have to kind of look from the top, work your way down and roll around on the floor, basically, is my motto. I'm used to doing a lot of boudoir where you have to get close and roll around and get different angles to get these different perspectives. So here was the start of the shoot. It wasn't really going too well, to be honest, until I started moving along here to the wall. This is where the aperture being a 1.8 was giving it a lovely separation. The flash was separating the model even that little bit further and allowing me to edit them a bit deeper as well. The one thing I didn't like was that blue line there, the cable or piping or something like that, but I was able to easily enough Photoshop that out, as you'll see. The photos are at the end of this video, so either stay tuned or you can just skip ahead to the end there if you're still here. So this is me taking another little mental break there, allowing the model to look at the photos, get her reaction as well. She might spot something that I didn't see, and she may want to retake a photo, which luckily enough, when we were talking here, we did notice something. She noticed something actually, and then we went back and revisited and reshot the shot and got a better shot. So it's always good to take these little breaks and take a moment, unless you have specific lighting that's natural and you can't control that. But here we were in the shade, we were able to control the lighting, so we had a good bit of ample time, and the model had about 2 hours to spare with us, so it was perfect. And here you can see the Godox AD200. I was travelling with my friend for several months, so we had to think light. So we only brought two AD200s and two V1s. And halfway through the trip we ended up getting rid of one V1, sending it back home because we didn't actually need it. So I think if you really need to, you can work with what you have on the day. Concept was very simple. It was just a grungy kind of look, so you know, jeans, a white top, kind of funky colours. The area was lovely for the graffiti. It was very hot that day, and me being fat as well, like, you know, made it extra hot because I have the extra layers on. But the place was perfect for this kind of location. Then once we got the safety shots, we were able to actually get onto one of the tuk-tuks. You'll see now coming up in a minute, and we got some excellent shots from there. And then moving from there, we walked further up the lane and we found a few other little places like some bushes and stuff like that. It worked out very well. I sent on the photos to the model. She picked out the best ones that she liked, and then I edited them. While we were shooting, we had to kind of watch out for traffic and tuk-tuks and stuff. Luckily enough, I had my cameraman there. He was out to shout out when there was a car coming or a tuk-tuk coming, so I was able to actually, you know, take cover and not die. All in all, the day went very well. I'd highly recommend going over and checking out her Instagram. I can't remember exactly, it's M1_Shiaz, but she's very good. She's new to modelling, so she's still looking to build her portfolio. So if you're in the Thailand, Bangkok area, give her a shout. She might be interested in some shoots with you. You can also check out my Instagram there if you want, or you can comment down below if you have any questions. Let me know what you want to see in the behind the scenes. I think I kind of covered everything. Oh, this is what we call a VALS, a voice activated light stand. It's something we kind of have ourselves. So basically you just tell the guy, yep, move it left, move it right, move it up, move it down. So we call it voice activated light stand, VALS. So I covered the lights, I covered the camera gear. I don't think you need to know the memory cards. I just bought the fastest ones that would work. It was shot behind the scenes on the GoPro, which was fairly standard. There's the 85mm that I've got on there. I was using natural light for this shot here. I think I ended up shooting 1/8000th of a second. Settings will vary. Like I've seen in some groups, what settings did you use? What settings are those? Settings will vary depending on the shoot. Different lighting, different instances. Like it could be overcast, it could be sunny, it could be in shade. When you're outside, you're bound to the natural light. But when you're in the studio, yes, maybe that might apply.
That was great. Brilliant. It was fantastic.